for the Clippers. Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Williams. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for the Warriors, we've got Wiseman. Wiggins is out there with Steph Curry. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Oubre in at the three. Warriors to start out. And here is Curry in the game against Sacramento. Very impressive. The feed to Wiggins. Pass to Wiseman. Just 5 on the clock. The three. It's rebounded by Lou Williams. To Ibaka. Over Wiseman. Ibaka, no luck.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season and still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team. 3 straight misses to begin this contest and already starting to look frustrated.
Williams for 3. No good that time. The Warriors go the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
Leonard against Oubre. Lets it go from 14. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And George, here we go. And he converts the layup.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Now here's Curry. Wiggins outside. Beyond the arc. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Wiggins.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
George looking around. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
The Warriors trail. Wiggins outside. Back to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. Pass to Wiggins. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Kicks to Ibaka. For the 3. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Stretching the floor for Ibaka. This shot's become second nature.
Curry way outside. Trying to answer back. But that 3 is off the mark. Clippers leading by 4. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Here's George. Warriors with the rebound. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Oubre. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Shot, high post. Takes it out to Leonard. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Here's Curry. Lee outside. Sinks the triple.
Unselfish play right there. Curry with the patience to wait for someone to break free.
Deep two from Beverly. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers ahead, leading by just one. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
And the hours of log practicing, but it started with a love for what I could do and just love shooting, love being in the gym with a ball in my hands, and knew from early I was kind of a natural at it, but in order to get to this level and for me to have gotten better, that's the catalyst.
Comes from a family of great shooters. It's in the blood.
But as you said, it's about the work. The NBA players have had tons of kids. Most don't make it in this league. Steph is on his way to being one of the best to ever grace the hardwood.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
You can see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
They've got Kent Bazemore, Eric Pascal out there with Chris, and it's Wanamaker in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Leonard, and Pascal pulls it down.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
And because of the versatility, Pascal is a guy you can kind of plug into almost any lineup.
Has just enough length, GA, and strength and skill in shooting. Doesn't stand out in one area, but as a whole, he's a difference maker at both ends.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Bazemore finds Chris. Batum against Bazemore. Out to Lee from downtown. Not going to go that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Bounce pass from Beverly. Batum passes to Zubac. To Beverly, launches a three, and again, no good by the Clippers. Golden State's gone 1 or 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter, so pass to Chris. Rim shot on the way, and that one goes long.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. He gets it in there.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
1:49 left to play in the first half. Wanamaker looking over the floor. Shoots from 12. Pascal's shot is off. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. Leonard on the wing. He had a 30-point outing their last game against San Antonio. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Williams against Wiggins. From deep, George. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Wiggins kicks to Green. That ball is high speed that time from Wiggins. And now a 3-point Warrior lead. Last outing for Golden State. They won that game against the Kings. Williams dishes to Morris. It's George on the wing. The Clippers keep it alive. Shot clock at 6. Williams for 3. Hangs home the trifecta. Williams has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
This is who Lou Williams is in a nutshell. An excellent shooter off the catch.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Curry against Jackson. Now Curry. Lets the 3 fly. No good that time. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking out open shots, my ball handling, and making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. So here are the Clippers. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Ibaka is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Williams at the point guard. Shoots it. Oubre pulls it in. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. And Green slams it in.
At 6'7", Draymond's always capable of skying up for slams like that one.
Bounce pass from Williams. Wiggins against George. Shoots the 3. He's off on that one. The Warriors go the other way with it. Wiseman the pass to Curry. Wasted no time on that one. Curry's got the lead up to 4 now for the Warriors.
Stephen Curry, that's a luxury to have a guy that can run off screens and shoot the catch-and-shoot jump shot.
Good D by Williams.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
Leonard on the wing, covered by Wiggins. And here's George for 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
Starting to have 3 straight misses. Now how they envision this one.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's George. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Wiseman's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
Outside Leonard. Pass to Ibaka. We've got 1:55 left in the third. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And it goes on Draymond Green. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Ibaka has gone through a lot of roles since he's entered the league. Now pretty much a shot-blocking stretch forward.
Eric Paschal, he's checked in for Draymond Green. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Williams. Passes it to Wiseman. He kicks to Curry. Paschal against Ibaka. 6 to shoot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
First one falls for Damian Lee. He's checked in for Oubre. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Serge Ibaka. So he gets them both. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Leonard with the ball. 6 points for him. Outside for Jackson. Los Angeles with another miss. Warriors leading by 6. Paschal, the pass to Lee. There's the pass to Wiseman. Over Jackson. And he can't bank that one in. Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Paschal against Leonard. Kennard for 3. And it's Curry with the rebound. Down low. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Curry's got 4 points in the quarter.
Wow, defensively, for some reason, they come out flat here in the second half.
Paschal with the steal. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Leonard against Wiggins. And it's Leonard missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Curry. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Curry's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors.
Working that in-between area, Steph likes to keep the defense guessing.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the... of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Andrew Wiggins. Marquise Cruz is out there with Eric Paschal. Then there's Kent Bazemore. And it's Curry in at the 1. That's the Warriors' 5. Jackson picks to Beverly. Pass to Zubac. Takes the 3. The Clippers get another chance here. And yes, it's good.
And the D getting out work there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Curry against Jackson. And it's Golden State with another. Clippers trail by 13. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Marquise, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Oubre comes in for Kent Bazemore. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Luke Kennard. Paul George is checked in for Patrick Beverly. And it's Williams in for Reggie Jackson. Wiggins outside. That's a floater go. And the shot goes in. And the Warriors lead by 13.
And flashing some real toughness inside. Wiggins can finish plays that others simply can't.
Morris trying to free himself up. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. George.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
Williams against Curry. Taken away by Williams. And now the Clippers on the break. Morris with the ball. Right on the bucket. The bucket's got it back down to single digits for Los Angeles.
This is the kind of physical play we saw from Ibaka early in his career. We're seeing it again now.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. On deep. And another three for Golden State.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they executed.
Williams dishes to Ibaka. Outside for George. Just 5 to shoot. Warriors leading by 11. Wiggins surveying the floor. Here's the three. The shot by Curry, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
With that height and incredible leaping ability, Wiggins can throw it down as easy as anyone.
Here's George. No good on the shot. Wiggins with some nice D. Warriors have gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Warriors.
And it may be a comfortable win for it, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Steph Curry.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
And here is Curry. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now we'll send it over to David.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, everyone knows you do a lot of different things for this team, but what would you say your primary focus is?
I'm trying to just take responsibility for my defensive duties. Shooting a point guard, forcing them in different situations, difficult shots. Being our first, line of defense, as they're bringing the ball up, putting pressure on them, and try to take them out the offense. That's a lot of great point guards in the league, so I got to be able to do that all year and try to get a good start to that this season.
That's what.
To start out. Here's Golden State. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad. Here are the five for the Clippers. You've got Williams. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Ibaka in at the center. And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. George takes a two-pointer. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
Now, Green, back to Curry. On the wing, Wiggins. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
If you ever notice Stephen Curry's vision, his eyes are always looking for opportunities to find his teammates.
Now here's Leonard. He had a 30-point outing their last game against San Antonio.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide-open shots.
Now here's Oubre. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. And it's Green missing.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And the basket by Curry.
An outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game.
You know, oftentimes we talk so much in terms of Steph's scoring ability, but I'll tell you what, he's one heck of a floor general as well.
Greg, he probably doesn't get enough credit for how he controls the pace, his ability to orchestrate the offense. He can create for himself, certainly, but don't sleep on his ability to create for his teammates.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Curry, wide open. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Wiggins against George. Takes a 3. That shot is off. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Warriors. Marquise Chris, he's checked in for Wiseman. Eric Pascal comes in for Green. And Lee subbed in for Kelly Oubre. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Luke Kennard comes in for Morris. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Lou Williams.
One of the key aspects of Kawhi Leonard's scoring per game is his ability to get to the free throw line. This guy lives there.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working. Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Kennard finds Leonard. 5 to shoot. Over Lee. And the Clippers miss again. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Good on the three-point shot. Wiggins has got 5 points so far. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Haskell with the steal. And it's the Warriors on the break. And a wide open look for Lee. And another three for Golden State.
Well, it's a risky move to pull up from three-point range on the break, but it's a shot he's very comfortable with.
Takes it out to Leonard. It's tipped. George against Curry. And it's George missing.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
Haskell, the pass to Curry. No good from the wing.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
I'm glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't
for young.
This game, it's a physical game, obviously, but a lot of it is mental. So just making sure you're thinking while you're out there is one of the big things for me. One of the things I've kind of learned since I've been in the league.
You know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Luke Kennard. Kawhi Leonard is out there with the two. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the point. Beverly for three. Nailed from three-point land. Beverly's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And play stops. Whistling what looks to be an illegal screen. You played over a decade in the NBA. Is there an opening day that you remember most that sticks out in your mind?
No doubt. The very first time I put on that Knicks jersey, your rookie year, the game was in Orlando. I got to play 28 minutes, which was a lot for a rookie back then, especially on a really good team. And it was an awesome experience. That was a moment you had dreamt of your entire life if you grew up wanting to play basketball, man. And I was pumped.
Great story. Here's Wanamaker. Kennard with the rebound. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 4.
Mr. Morris leads no doubt.
Here's Wanamaker. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite too, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Eric Paschall. And then for Los Angeles, Baca comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Williams in for Kennard. 4 on the clock. Here's Weissman. And again, it's the Warriors missing. throws on Draymond Green.
This guy is so good at figuring out ways to get fouled. Lou Williams, my goodness, again.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. First free throw is good.
The thing about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers, he's played for a fifth of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, but certainly he's found his niche here.
Andrew Wiggins is checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Brad Wanamaker. Wiseman kicks to Green. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The Doors in the past, some regarded Lou Williams as a lackluster defender. Didn't want to lift weights. Had kind of an interesting reputation. He bounced around the league, as we know, quite a bit. He's played for a lot of different teams.
Right. I mean, think about his early association with Allen Iverson, the great Allen Iverson. He succeeded on his own terms, right? Both of them comfortable in their own skin, able to do some amazing things on the court.
Both free throws good from Green.
Well, you love just the versatility of Draymond Green's game. He can score it, he can pass it, he can board it, and we know he's one of the elite defenders in the NBA.
Good on the shot.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
1:30 left in the first half of the game. Wiggins passes to Wiseman. Curry looking around. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
I think perhaps the most underrated part of Steph Curry's game is his physical and mental toughness. It does not matter the contact. This guy won't be denied.
And looking at Curry's stats, one thing that jumps out, and it may be a little surprising, for the last 3 seasons, he's averaged over 5 rebounds a game.
That's good from Stephen Curry. And those rebounding numbers, GA, just speak to Curry's overall impact.
And when you look at Steph's size and the amount of time he spends on the perimeter, there's no way he should be cleaning the glass like that. But you can't teach heart and you can't teach instinct, and he has both. That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Wiggins against Morris. That one drops one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
George with the bounce pass. Morris inside, working on Green. Great D that time from Green. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And just as Kelly Oubre was coming into his own as an NBA starter, a meniscus tear in his right knee ended his season. Now, back in action, we'll see how quickly he can recover his explosive athleticism. As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Chris, he's checked in for Golden State. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Jackson. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Beverley finds Ibaka. And nothing is falling for him right now. Warriors leading by 7. Pass to Curry. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
Here's Green. Nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice one.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start. so far in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
We got Draymond Green. Wiggins is out there with Curry. Then there's Oubre. And it's Wiseman in at the center, locking down the middle. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. And Ibaka kicks to George. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. 6 points for George. Wiggins with it. 7 points in the game. This is it to Wiseman. Oubre on the wing. Outside for Curry. And the 3 ball is good. Curry's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors.
The supreme confidence from Steph Curry to attempt that shot, let alone make it. Impossible to measure this guy's range.
And George, here we go. Wiggins with some nice D.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Leonard the pass to George. Morris outside. Leonard with the ball. And he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 6.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the 3rd quarter. Curry passes to Wiseman. Off target with his 3. Clippers trail by 8. Now here's George. He has 6. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Wiggins into the hoop. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. That one on George.
Oh, what a quick move. Wiggins able to draw the contact. Defender completely off balance.
The Warriors shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Eric Pascal, he's checked in for Draymond Green. And Lee subbed in for Kelly Oubre. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Williams. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. There will be a subtle but significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the NBA and its affiliated leagues. In fact, they were the association's original supplier starting in 1946. Now, after a nearly 4-decade hiatus, Wilson reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Los Angeles shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And the Warriors making a change here. Chris is checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Andrew Beverly is checked in for Marcus Morris. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Curry against Jackson. Pass to Wiggins. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Clippers trail by 10. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Leonard, and he uses the glass on the way. Leonard's got 8 points.
Well, Kawhi Leonard meets the defender at the rim, and he comes out on top.
Here's Curry. He's got 12. Lee outside. Wiggins against Kennard. Wiggins passes to Chris. Curry outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Zubac. Outside Jackson. Shoots over Curry. Jackson misses.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from. If you want to command the defender's respect.
And he's able to get it back. Clippers trail by 11. Curry with the steal. Here's Wiggins.
Well, the quickness to beat you inside. Wiggins possesses that in spades.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And just a shade over 70% from the line a season ago. That's an area I'm sure he wants to improve.
And both free throws good for Wiggins.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Wiggins against George. And that one is off. Wiggins with some nice D. Fires the three. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision making at every position.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batum's out there with Williams. And it's Ibaka. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 3.
That's a play that Stephen Curry relies on, and for good reason, right? The ball handler in pick and roll, excellent decision maker, can manipulate the defense. Go to work, Steph. We like watching.
Here's George. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kicks to Curry. The pass to Baseman. Takes it from 10. The Clippers grab the miss.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
It's stolen by Morris. Batum scanning the floor. Williams for 3. They get it back. Here's Ibaka. Batum passes to Williams. 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. George, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. Brad Wanamaker's checked in for the Warriors. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Nicholas Batum. Hits the three-point foul. Wanamaker's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Leonard, no luck. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Wiseman with the ball. He's against Morris from outside the arc, and Wanamaker gets it to go. Wanamaker's got 6 points in the quarter. The Clippers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. He dishes it to Curry. A floater, and Wanamaker gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 20.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Steph Curry.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Hits it from three-point range.
You have got to be aware of Paul George. He is a knockdown shooter from deep.
Warriors leading by 17. Curry on the wing. He started by Williams. It's Samart, and Wiseman gets it to go on the assist by Wiggins. Wiseman's got his first basket of the night. LA's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's George. There's the feed to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Warriors.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Steph Curry.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Hey, yo, Bill Andrew!
Wiggins against Ibaka. Wiggins left side. He feeds it to Green. The shot misses, and the Clippers will go the other way with it. And here's Leonard. Wiseman with the rebound. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Curry. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
I hope it was great, and I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congratulations.